In the same vein as Guitar Hero or Rock Band, Trombone Champ is a music rhythm game, except it's funny. You use your timing and dexterity to match the incoming notes on the screen, but in this case, there are no fancy plastic peripherals. Instead, you use your mouse, sliding it up and down to match the location of oncoming notes, and pressing either your mouse button or any key on the keyboard to toot into the trombone for the duration of the note. The way you slide your mouse up and down correlates neatly with the way a trombone slide works, conceptually. In general, the mechanic works really well. It's simple to understand, and because I've never touched a trombone, it might as well be a very accurate depiction of what it's actually like to play one. Trombone Champ is hard, and perhaps deliberately so. I don't think you're supposed to come out sounding like the lead trombonist for the Vienna Philharmonic. Instead, you're set up to mostly fail, and the results are pure comic gold. The out-of-time, out-of-tune dirge you end up producing makes the whole thing sound perfectly absurd, and you won't be able to stop yourself from laughing as you struggle to keep up and listen to the preposterous noise you're making. From nice to nasty, each note you toot is rated for accuracy to give you a final overall score, but your actual performance is mostly secondary to you just being able to have a ton of fun with this. Not unlike your comically bad efforts at playing the trombone, the entire art style is loud and in your face. You get to choose from a few different characters, who all look so much like Nintendo Mii's that I imagine a team of lawyers over there is this very minute drafting a cease and desist. The menus are loud and vibrant, and the actual gameplay backgrounds are deliberately gaudy, a masterclass in comic surrealism. The whole thing feels like what might have happened in an alternate universe if Monty Python had made video games instead of comic skits for TV. The songs are a well thought out mix of folk tunes, remixed classical hits, national anthems, and even experimental trombone electronica music. There are over 20 tracks, and you'll be able to blow through them all in no time. My favourite track by far was Izo Sprach Zarathustra, the epic sounding tune by Richard Strauss that you might know from Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey. The solemn grandeur of that tune is rendered absolutely ridiculous by your attempts to play it on a trombone. The long silences between notes build up this massive sense of anticipation that is then comically imploded by the peculiar tooting sound of the synthesized trombone. Of course, the sad trombone is on hand for when you fail spectacularly. They also chose to abuse the sound of the air horn with maniacal glee, basically blasting it all the time, almost randomly, for practically any excuse. It definitely added to the general air of zany chaos that the game thrives on. One of my favourite things in the game are the idiotic load screens that play fast and loose with the truth about trombones. Did you know that if you placed all the trombones on Earth end to end, they would wrap around the solar system 4 times? This kind of straight-faced silliness underlies so much of what makes this game great. There's only so far their one trombone-playing gimmick will take them, so they padded things out with a few side activities. One of these is collectible tromboner cards that you can unlock by spending an in-game currency, toots of course, that you earn by playing each track. Most of these cards are famous musicians and composers from classical to modern times. Straight-faced actual facts about these people are melded with ludicrous mock facts about each musician's talent for eating hot dogs, as if they all exist in some alt dimension where they both create music and regularly take part in hot dog eating contests. There are 50 cards to collect in total, and it won't take you very long to unlock them all. Then there's this whole mysterious in-game lore to do with baboons. I suspect the only reason they added baboons was that they liked the sound of the word baboon. For whatever wonderfully nonsensical reason, there are baboons liberally scattered throughout the game. Dig deeper into the baboon mythology, and you'll find a semi-concealed story that can be played through to completion. Along the way, you'll get to unlock largely meaningless cosmetic upgrades. Also, this will involve playing the game way beyond the point that it ceases being enjoyable. But if you're burdened by the need to complete things, then such is your fate. I had so much fun with Trombone Champ. It's both homage to and parody of music rhythm games. There was plenty of actual laughter, genuine delight, and silly surprises. What's there is fantastically entertaining for all of about 2 hours. This game is here for a bit of light and fantastic comic relief, and it knows it's not meant to keep you engaged for hours on end. Trombone Champ is probably best experienced as a one-off party game, with a bunch of your friends, and perhaps a bunch of booze. It's the same sensibility that lies behind singing karaoke. It doesn't really matter how it sounds, it just matters that you're having fun with it. Now please make Sousaphone Champ.